In this video, I am going to explain about LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. In order to understand this video, so you should watch the previous video, then only you can understand this video. In this video, I am going to explain about LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. We know that approximation is nothing but nearly same. Not exactly same, but nearly same. That means this algorithm is somewhat similar to the LRU, right? Then our question is, what is the need for this algorithm, right? We have already LRU and we are saying that this algorithm is somewhat similar to LRU. Then what is the need for this algorithm, right? We can use LRU, right? So what is the need for LRU? So first I'll discuss what is the need for LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. If you observe in LRU, for each page we should maintain some time information of that page's last use. For example, for page number 2, let us assume that the time is 2:30. That means page number 2 is used at time 2:30. After that, page number 2 has not been used. That means for each page, we have to maintain time information of that page's last use. So in order to store some information, we should have some hardware support, right? If you want to store something in your mobile, then you should have some internal storage or memory card, right? That means you should have some hardware support, then only you can store some information, right? Here also, in order to store the time information, LRU requires some hardware support, okay? But some systems does not provide any hardware support for the LRU. Only some systems provide hardware support for LRU and some systems does not provide any support for LRU. So in that case, we cannot implement LRU algorithm, right? So in that case, what we will do is we use LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. That means these algorithms does not require any hardware support for the LRU. Okay. So now in I am explaining LRU approximation page replacement algorithm because these algorithms does not require any hardware support, but LRU requires the hardware support. So here approximation page replacement algorithms use reference bits. They use reference bits. By using the reference bits, we can implement the LRU. So here we will use the reference bit concept. First we should understand what is reference bit, right? Let us assume that I have some pages 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the pages. Let us assume that. So initially for all the pages, reference bits are set to 0. What are the reference bits? Here 0 are the reference bits for all the pages. Let us assume that after some time page number 2 is asked by the CPU. So now page number 2 is entered into the primary memory. When a particular page enters into the primary memory, so when a request is made for a particular page, then for that page, reference bit should be set to 1. So what is the reference bit now? 1. So after some time, request is made for page number 0. That means for page number 0, reference bit is set to 1. So for page number 0, reference bit is set to 1. After some time, page number 1 is asked. So now reference bit for 1 is set to 1. So if you observe the reference bits after some time, if you examine the reference bits, you can say that which pages have been used the, for 0, 1, 2, the reference bits are set to 1, right? So we can say that by examining the reference bits, we can say that these pages are used. And here if you observe 3, reference bit is set to 0. So we can say that this page has not been used, right? So by examining the reference bits, you can say that which of the pages have been used and which pages have not been used. Okay, this is about reference bit. Okay, so now by observing the reference bits, we can say that which page is used and which page has not been used, right? But in order to implement LRU, we should maintain some time information, right? We should maintain some time information. If you observe these 3 reference bits, you can say that these 3 pages are used. But you cannot say which page has come first and which page has come next. We cannot say that information, right? So in order to maintain the time information here, along with the reference bit algorithm, along with these reference bits, we should add some more reference bits. In order to maintain the time information, we should maintain some additional bits. Okay, so here in this algorithm, we will maintain some additional bits. That's the reason this algorithm is called additional reference bits algorithm. Okay, additional reference bits algorithm is the name of the algorithm. This is one of the LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. This is one of the LRU approximation page replacement algorithm. That means by using additional reference bits, you can implement the LRU. So now I'll explain what is additional reference bits page replacement algorithm. So in this algorithm, let us assume that these are the page numbers 7, 6, 5, 1, 2. So for each page number, we will maintain some 8 reference bits. How many reference bits are there? We will maintain 8 reference bits with each page. Okay. So here we are maintaining the 8 reference bits. Initially, all the reference bits are set to 0. Let us assume that now time is 10 o'clock. Okay. At a time 10 hours 1 minute, after 1 minute, that means after 1 minute, there is a request for page number 7. So after 1 minute, what we should do is, we should drop the lowest bit of each page. So we should drop the lowest bit of each page. That means we should remove the lowest bit of each page. So now time is 10:01, right? So after 1 minute, we should remove or we should drop the lowest bit. And now what we should do is, we should move all the bits to the right side. This is the right side part and this is the left side, right? So we should move all the bits to the right side. So if you move all these bits to the right, here we have 7 bits, right? If you move all the bits to the right, now these are the bits, right? So now these are the bits. That means highest order bit is moved to right side. So finally, just I am moving these bits. I am moving this bit to this place, this bit to this place, this to this here. I am moving like this. So after moving, here I will get one empty space, right? After moving, here I will get one empty space. These are the reference bits at a time after 1 minute, right? So now in this 1 minute, a request is made for only page number 7. So the reference bit of page number 7 is set to 1. For remaining pages, there is no request from 10 to 10:1. So for all the pages, the reference bits are set to zeros. Okay. Now let us assume that the time is 10 to. That means after 1 minute. What we should do now? Again, we should drop the lowest bit. We should drop the lowest bit. Okay, so I am dropping the lowest bit and I should move all the bits to the right side, right? If I move all the bits to the right side, then what happens? This 0 will come to this place, right? So in the similar way, I have to move all the bits. So I'll get one empty space here, right? So here 1 is moved to here, here I'll get one empty space. If I move like this, then what are the bits here? These are the reference bits, right? I am dropping the lowest bit. Okay, I am dropping the lowest bit. Now from 10:1 to 10:2, there is a request for page number 6. That means for page number 6, reference bit is set to 1, and for all the other pages, reference bits are set to zeros. Okay, and now time is 10:03. So that means after 1 minute, again what we should do? We should drop the lowest bit. So I am dropping the lowest bit and I should move the bits to the right side. I should move the bits to the right side. So what are the bits now? This one will move to this place, right? Here 0. Okay, here 0. Okay, just we should move the bits to that side. Then this one will come to this place. Okay, now 0, 0, 0. So here we will get 0, 0, 0. Okay, so let us assume that from here to here, page number 5 is asked. So for page number 5, 5, reference bit is set to 0. For remaining all the bits, reference bits are set to zeros. Okay, this process will continue. Okay, so after some time, that means at 10 4, okay, after 1 minute we should perform the same operation, right? That means we should drop the lowest bit and we should add one higher order bit. While adding the higher order bit, if a request is made for the particular page, then higher order bit is set to 1. If the request has not been made, then the highest order bit is set to 0. Okay, so now what we will do is we will calculate the decimal value for the binary value. For each binary value, this is the binary data, right? For each binary data, we should calculate the decimal value. How to calculate the decimal value? For example, let us assume that this is the binary value. Then how to calculate the decimal value? So here you will write 2 power 0, 1, 2. Let us assume that this is the case. Then 1 into 2 power 2 plus 0 into 2 power 1 plus 0 into 2 power 2. 0 into something is 0, 0. So what is the answer? 4. So for example, if I have 0, 1, 1. Okay, so what is the result? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. So 0 into 2 power 0 plus 1 into 2 power 1 plus 1 into 2 power 2. What is the value? 0 into something is 0, right? 2 power 1 is 2 plus 1, that is 3. These are the decimal values and this is the binary value. This is the process to convert decimal value into binary values into decimal values. In the similar way, we should calculate the decimal value for all these numbers. That means we should write 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7. So again we should calculate 0 into 2 power 6, 0 into 2 power 5, 0 into 2 power 1 into 2 power 5. Like that we should calculate the decimal value. If you observe, without calculating the value also, I can say that which value is largest value, which value is smallest. So see here, if the higher order bits are 1, here the higher order bit, these are the lower bits and this is the higher order bit. If the higher order bit is 1, then the decimal value will be the largest value. Okay, if the higher order bits are zeros, then the decimal value will be the lowest. If you observe, lowest bits are set to 1. Here I have 2 ones, but these are the lower order bits. So I have value only 3. Here I have lower order bits as 0, but I have only one higher order bit. So I have the largest value. That means if higher order bit is 1, then we will get the largest value generally, right? So in the similar way, here also I am not calculating the value, but if you observe, among these 8 bits, so which one is the largest value? This 5 will give the largest value because here higher order bit is set to 1. Among these 3, so here I have 1, right? These bits are called lower order bits and these bits are called higher order bits. So right side bits are called higher order, left side bits are called lower order. So here I have one lower order bit. Okay, so this value will be the maximum value and this value will be the minimum value. If you observe, so here 7 is asked here, 1 is asked at this time and 5 is asked recently. That means among all the pages, 1 is asked recently, right? And 7 has not been asked for the longest period of time, right? So here we should choose 7 as the victim frame. That means first we should calculate the decimal value, and decimal value with the smallest, we have to choose the smallest decimal value. For example, let us assume that for 7 I got 40 as the result, for 6 I have got 48 as the result, and for 5 I got 50 as the result. Okay, these are the decimal values, right? Among these values I have to choose the smallest decimal value. So smallest decimal value is 40. 40 is related to 7. So I have to choose a 7 as the victim frame. I have to choose the 7 as the victim frame. That means I should deallocate memory space of 7 and I should allocate memory space for some other page. In this way we will maintain the time information. So this is called LRU approximation page replacement algorithm, and this algorithm is called the additional reference bits algorithm.